for questions.
All right. All right, how's everybody doing? Good? Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here today. Appreciate it. First off, before we get into the Sun stuff, hopefully you guys watched the Mercury playing well. Good stuff to see them play tough and never give up. That was a heck of a game last night, so excited about that. Hopefully you guys will be there Friday night, game 3, so it'll be great. So thanks for being here for the Suns. So a couple things, I'll take some questions. That's probably what you guys want to do anyways, but first, just opening, real excited about the season coming up, excited about the things that we've done here. You know, as you guys know, I believe my job as the owner is 4 big parts, you know, and I think we're doing a good job on all of them right now. You know, trying to set the right culture and organizational. Obviously, we build a great headquarters, doing great things with our team members, trying to make it the best franchise in the NBA and WNBA for our team members, but also for our fans and players. And so I think we're doing a great job with that. On the community side, we always spend time on the community. The NBA All-Star Game's coming next year, so we're excited about that. But also the Suns and Mercury Foundation. Hopefully you guys see some of the things we're doing in the community, really making an impact. And so very excited about those things and just continue to do the right things. The big one I spent a lot of time on, obviously the fans. Obviously I know the media deal got announced recently, but free TV for the fans, the concession prices, even letting the fans in early. Like, we spend a lot of time on the fan engagement, and I think we're doing a good job with that. And at the same time, we're always trying to find new ways to engage with the fans in a positive way. And then the fourth bucket, which is winning, right? We want to win, and I know that's what 99% of us want to talk about today, which we'll spend our time on. Is like I told you after last season, it was very disappointing. Disappointing season, wasn't fun to watch. I'm with you guys. I told you there'd be a lot of changes. We made a lot of changes from the front office to the coaching staff to the players. But more importantly, we set the right identity and the vision and the culture. And so it starts with me, and I told you I took the blame that when I bought the team, I didn't come in and set the right identity and culture on the men's basketball side. On the women's basketball side, we did that. And you're seeing some of the results a couple years later. On the business side, we did that. You're seeing some of the results, whether we're #1 in social media or we're top 5 in sponsorships. We did like a lot of things that maybe you see, maybe you don't see. We've done a lot of things that way. But on the men's basketball side, we didn't do that, and now we have. And so we have set the culture, we've set the tone, we have an identity here in Phoenix now, and it's being lived out, and we made some changes in the front office. We got a great GM, we got a great coach, we got great players, and we feel like it's the type of team that our fans are going to be proud of, the media will be proud of, and we're going to enjoy watching. It's going to be a different feel this year, and we're really excited about it. So I feel great about all 4 of those buckets, from a culture perspective to fan engagement to community to winning. And, you know, are we going to win 82 games? Probably not going to win 82 games, but I feel really good about that. You're going to be proud of this team. You're going to enjoy watching this team, and we're going to continue to get better. And hopefully you'll feel the identity, the vision, the culture that we set, and you're going to feel it as fans and as media as well. And so I'm excited about this season, it's been a long summer, too long of a summer, right, waiting for the season to start, so we're glad we're here. So I'll pause and take some questions. I know you guys want to ask about a bunch of different things, but I figured I'd just give a quick opening statement.
Shane, we can start with Shane Young.
Matt, Shane Young, Forbes. You kind of mentioned it, but since you became team governor, you've launched a lot of those fan-first initiatives. You mentioned the TV deal, but also the arena concepts as well. Just how important is that for you to not get complacent and continue setting that standard?
Yeah, so like I said, those are the 4 pillars I talk about. And fans is probably, I can't say it's the most important, they're all extremely important, but fans is so important. And so how do we do the right thing by the fans? And it's not just, you know, the TV deal, which is, like, I think it's a huge thing. If you can't be a fan of the team if you don't watch the games. And so making it, we only have 17,000 seats here, so how do we make it so more people watch? So I think that, along with the cheaper concession price, along with different clubs, as you're referencing, throughout the arena, at different price points for all different people, whether, you know, and so we want to make it so it's very fan friendly, but there's, like I said, little things where we let the fans in 2 hours early instead of 90 minutes at other stadiums. We want the fans to come watch the warm-ups and be a part of it and do things. And so fan focus is the game. You know, if we don't have any fans, like, what are we doing this for? And it's their team. Like everyone says, I'm the governor, I'm the owner, but it's really the community's team. I serve them, I serve the fans. And so making things great for the fans is my job. I think we do a very, very good job of it, but at the same time, as your point, can we do better? Absolutely. We're always thinking of different ways. And so I love ideas. People email me, text me, tweet me, anything they do to get me ideas, and I love it, and that's a lot of stuff we've implemented. And so I'm excited about the stuff we've done, and even more excited about there's more stuff to come to continue to make this the most fan-friendly organization in all sports. Thank you.
Hey, Matt. Mark McClune, Arizona's Family Sports, right here. Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, when it comes to the TV deal, and we are the home of the Sons of the Mercury here in Arizona's Family, what went into the decision to extend it on free over-the-air TV, and what's been the reaction around the NBA from other owners?
Well, I think the reaction's been, curiosity. They're all asking, like, how are you doing this, and how is it working, and what's your perspective? And I think the hard part for any business, if and people think the Suns and Mercury are business, I don't look at it like a business. I look at it as like it's something fun. It's the community's team, and it's my job to hopefully lead it in the right direction. But the way I look at it from a business perspective is you do right by your fans, you do right by your customers, and good things always happen. I don't know how it's, and I told one of the owners the other day since this came out, he's like, how does it make money, or how are you going to ever make money from it? I said, I really don't know. The way I think about it is this: you do right by the fans, you take care of them, you make it entertaining, you put great announcers on there, you make it fun, you make it a great place, accessible, and then who knows what happens? Maybe more jersey sales happen, more ticket sales, maybe more fans in 20 years. Who knows what it will do? Like I said, we're number one in social media. Is that because of that? I don't know, but I just know it's the right thing to do, and so I'm just proud. And so it's not a financial decision. Yeah, money follows success is how my business career has always been. Do the right thing, win, money will follow. Don't focus on money, focus on people. And so we do that with the fans, but it really is a simple decision. It's like I want to watch my team, and if you can't afford to watch it or it's not accessible, you have to go click around to find it. It's on AZ Family 3. Watch the games, enjoy it. The Suns, the Mercury, even the Valley Suns, I love it, and we appreciate the partnership with you guys there because we need someone to be able to put it over there, right? I don't own a TV station, but I'm glad that you guys do and can put it out there, and Gray Media has been great with us. Thank you.
Richard?
Richard Sines, Fox 10. Good to see you.
How are you?
Good. You talked about making changes. You make quite a bit of changes. Obviously the roster's gotten younger, and then you hire a young head coach in Jordan Ott who seems to do well with young talent. How excited are you to see what he does with this roster?
Yeah, no, so, Jordan Ott's been great so far since he hired on. Of course, between him and Brian Gregory, the front office, the coaching staff, I'm extremely happy with where they're at. We have a different type of roster this year. We have an ascending roster. We have young players that are not to the level that they're going to be. And we have to have a great coach that puts them in the right positions, gets the best out of them, coaches them up, pushes them to be the best version of themselves. And so I'm very excited about what Jordan's done so far, but more excited about what's coming going forward, right? This is the beginning of a process, right? At any time, it's like we basically, after the last season, we said, hey, that old stuff, what we didn't work. Let's get it done the right way. Let's build identity. Let's get alignment across the board. Let's be on the same page of what we're going to be doing from the front office to the coaching staff, scouts, to the massage therapists, to the medical staff. Everyone's got to be on the same page, and then we go. And Jordan Ott's a huge part of that, and he's leading the players and leading the coaches there, and I'm really excited what he's done so far, and really excited to see what he does for years to come here. Thank you.
Matt, Craig Esposito with PHNX over here. Appreciate your time today, but I know this is about excitement on basketball, but off the court, there have been reported lawsuits that are going on. I was interested in your thoughts on that and the overall culture that you're building here.
Yeah, so obviously I saw there's lawsuits and people like to report on lawsuits. As you guys know, anyone can file a lawsuit any day they want for any reason they want. I could file a lawsuit for that question, right? But the truth is, you actually got to win a lawsuit. And where I'm different than most successful people or people that you say that have a lot of money is we don't settle. So if we don't do anything wrong, I'm not paying someone. If their threat is they're going to go to the media and write a lawsuit, have fun, cool, write it. I hope you guys all report on how many lawsuits we actually lose, because we ain't lost one of them, and we're not going to lose any of them, to be honest, because they're ridiculous. But with that being said, you got to follow, when we do the right thing. That's why I tell my team, listen, if we do something wrong, take care of that person. If I do something wrong, we always treat them well, we pay them, we do the, if someone does something wrong, we can't have that person in our organization if they do the wrong thing to someone. But that's not the case in any of these situations. It's just people trying to get a money grab, and they think that I'm just going to pay out. But I'm not afraid of the press writing a story about it, right? Besides that question, I'll deal with it once a year. Okay, you wrote a question about it. But like I said, report when we win them all. Actually, my mortgage company, a couple years ago, we did a thing called All In, where if you follow mortgage media at all, it was Ishbia's wrong, UWM is going to get sued, and they're not. And we got about 5, 6, 7 lawsuits. Fast forward 4 years, we won every single one of them. I said, why isn't that on the front page of the Mortgage News? And we won those. That's just on the back page when you win them. So the way I look at it is, I'm not going to ever settle with anyone. You can't come and leverage me or leverage the Phoenix Suns to say, I don't know if your threat is I'm going to file a lawsuit. I don't care. Like, if we do something wrong, we own up to it. We didn't do anything wrong. File a lawsuit, let the courts play it out, have fun with it, enjoy yourselves. Doesn't bother me at all. Like I said, besides a question every once in a while, and anyone can file a lawsuit at any time for any reason they want, and it's got nothing to do with the truth. They just write a lawsuit. But thank you, I appreciate the question. You're just teasing me, I won't sue you for that one.
Doug.
Hi, Matt. Doug Howler with The Athletic. Good to see you. You announced recently that Steve Nash is going to be brought in a senior advisory role. Can you kind of explain what that relation will be and what you expect from it?
Yeah, so a couple parts. First off, like, I love past players coming back and being around our organization. We got some of them here actually in the back, which we love having them around. And every year, the first game of the year, I bring as many, I invite them all. Anybody who played 1 year or 20 years for the Suns, come back to the opening game. I bring them out here, put them in a suite, have some fun. I think they're even going golfing this year. So I love bringing people back. That's how you create the right culture and organization for the long term. With that being said, Steve Nash is like the identity of exactly the type of thing that we've said we want: grit, toughness, a winning mentality. He's just an all-around winner. And I've become friends with him. I know Brian Gregory has built a good relationship with him. I know Coach Ott used to coach with him in Brooklyn, so they have a great relationship. And so, you know, having him around the coaches, the front office, me, the players, I mean, how could you say no to that? How would you not want that? And so very lucky that Steve wants to do that and be part of it and be around, and really happy to have Steve around in as much capacity as he wants to be here, because there's, you know, every one of us can learn from him anytime you talk to him. And I've talked to him for years since I bought the team and built a good relationship, and learned a lot. And I look forward to learning more, and all of us learning more. So very happy about Steve joining, and he'll make a positive contribution to our organization for years to come, hopefully.
Kellen?
Thank you.
Matt, Kellen Olson, Arizona Sports. Good to see you. To follow up on Greg's question, I was just curious with where your mindset is at with the goals that you set 2.5 years ago for the organization and making it a better place to work, and at least the perception being out there with these lawsuits, and the story as well from Baxter Holmes yesterday reporting that employees are like required to sign something in order to like not be able to sue the team. Just your thoughts on that story, and then again the perception that this creates for the organization.
Yeah, so I don't really spend too much time worrying about perceptions. The Baxter Holmes story, someone just showed it to me this morning. I don't even pay attention to that stuff. But I mean, most big companies have a clause in employment contracts about arbitration, and not like, that's, check any Fortune 500 company, check most NBA teams. I mean, I don't even know what he's talking about, but whatever he wrote, it's fine. But the truth is, I'm not worried about perception. I'm focused on reality. The reality is, go talk to our team members. Go ask some people, hey, how is it in Phoenix? What are the changes that happened since the new ownership came in? The new leadership's been in place, and we made a lot of changes. Like I like to talk about when I bought the team, day one, we made a lot of change on the business side culturally. I talked about that. Like, we had to make a lot of changes. There's a new CEO. Josh has done a great job. There's new leadership throughout the whole organization, but also team leads, not just the highest level, all throughout the organization. We made a lot of changes there, and we set the tone of what kind of culture and what kind of beliefs we have. That's gone very, very well, and you're seeing some results on the business side. But like I said, just because of a random lawsuit, like, anyone can write a lawsuit anytime. It has nothing to do with reality. And so, but because we're the Phoenix Suns, people like to write the story, and because of maybe the past, they like to try to tie it into it. It's just silly to me. So the reality is, it's an amazing place to work. We want to be the best franchise in the NBA and WNBA from not only culture, but I also talk about community, fans, and winning. And culture is a big part of it. I led with that when I bought the team. We made a bunch of changes there. By the way, in the Mercury, we made a bunch of changes day one too. And you're seeing that 2.5 years later, some of the successes we've had. We were the worst team in the WNBA then. Front office changed completely, head coaching changed completely, roster changed completely, and now we're starting to see some of the results. The NBA team, the men's team, is the one that we kind of let sit, and we try to infuse some money and see some success and let it go, so I didn't have, like, you know, what do you guys like to say, the new owner syndrome? I didn't want to get too, so we added money and and it didn't work. So guess what? We're starting day one. We did that after the summer, after we saw 2 years of that disappointment we saw. It's different now. We made a bunch of changes, and we're going to be building the vision, the identity, the culture, and the success is going to be building the Phoenix Suns basketball. So I look at it as those three parts: business, women's, and men's basketball. We got 2 of the 3 right so far, and you're seeing the transformation to the third one, the men's basketball, right now. But from the perception part, like I said, the article, like, I don't really pay too much attention to it. Like I said, if I had to pay too much attention, I'd probably beat myself up all day. But I know we do the right thing, and if we don't do the right thing, I promise you this: we take care of them. Like, I care. I want to make sure everyone's happy. I want to make sure the community's happy, the people are happy. We're not perfect. I promise you we've made mistakes, but some of those things are silly. And so like people like just to write negative things, and and I got to deal with that sometimes. But thank you.
Brendan, do you have the mic?
Brendan Mouse, Sons on SI. Good to see you, Matt.
How are you?
You talked a lot about this identity. How have you already seen the players kind of buy into that? And are there any specific players that have stood out to you so far when you talk about this identity?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'll let Brian Gregory and Jordan Ott talk a little bit about this summer and some of the things they've seen, but definitely the identity and the vision and what we're talking about, just the type of players that we have and also the expectations we have of them. Like, we're big on player development and getting better every single day, outworking everybody. Like, I've never been successful in life without putting in more work. And guess what? Our GM does, our coach does, our coaching staff, our front office, they're going to put more, and so now our players are too. Everyone's putting in more work to be better. And getting better every day is something I really believe in. And so that's some of the identity and vision that we're talking about. But also on the court, you're going to see some stuff, right? And this is not just on the court. There's off the court stuff like high-fiving fans when you walk off the court, throwing your wristband to someone, doing little things that I believe is the right thing to do. We're going to do that in Phoenix. I don't care if the rest of the NBA doesn't. Phoenix Suns and Mercury, we're going to do things a little differently. And I think it's better, it's the right way, but that's how we're going to do it. And then on the court stuff, like, we're going to be great teammates. We're going to stick up for our players. We're going to stick up for each other. We're going to cheer our guys on. We're going to be some things that maybe is a little not the way the NBA does it, but I don't really care because the way the NBA does it doesn't have to be the way we do it. We're going to do it the way we believe is best, and I really think there's a alignment from Brian Gregory to Jordan Ott to the players, and all the way up to me as well, that we're on the same page with that. And I think you'll see that, and they can speak to it when you talk to them as well about stuff they've seen, but hopefully you'll feel it and understand it even better after a year of it, but it's not going to be perfect. So let's be clear, like game one on October 22nd, like, oh, this is perfect. Like they play with amazing grit and toughness and everything's perfect. Like, no, it's a process. It's a process, just like the women's team. It took a couple years. It's a process to build it, but the type of players, the type of coaches, the type of people we have in our organization are all going to be aligned with this type of vision, and hopefully the results will follow.
Brendan again, different Brendan.
Matt here, Brendan Clean, Phoenix New Times.
Hey there.
Sticking with that big picture, what are your expectations for the team this season, and what would you say to fans wondering where to set theirs?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. So first off, the most important thing is we got to enjoy watching the team again, right? We got to have fun watching this team, a team that the fans are going to be proud of. And so first and foremost, like what we've done the last couple of years has not been good enough. And I took the blame. I said, hey, that's on me. Going forward, it's got to be a team that you're proud of. Like, are you going to say, we're going to win 82 games? I don't have a game total that we're going to win, but I do think the expectations are a team that we're proud of, a team that plays hard, a team that competes, and a team that's getting better, and it's fun to watch because you're going to be proud of how we build and get better every year so that we compete for championships for years to come. And so how do we do that? It starts with every single day, every single practice. The first practice tomorrow morning, like, how do we get that built the right way? And so my expectations are, I hope that we win more games than we won last year, but the truth is, it's not going to be measured in wins and losses this year. But it is going to be measured in success, and how are we successful, and how do you guys view? And I guess I'll ask you the question after the year is like, do you think that was a successful year from where we came from last year to this year? I promise to be more successful than last year. And like I said, in all aspects of it, whether it's wins, losses, I'm not focusing on that exactly, but I am focusing on doing the right thing, building the right organization, and making sure we're going to be successful going forward from a perspective of identity, vision, culture, and something the fans will be proud of. And I think that you're going to see that, and that will turn into wins, and eventually turns into championships.
Okay. Cam?
Good to see you, Cameron Cox, 12 News. How thankful are you kind of to go through this process this offseason with Devin and his kind of commitment to this team and this city, and then now that he's kind of the guy once again on this team, always been, but solo now, in a sense. What do you expect from him this year?
Yeah, well, Devin Booker is the franchise player. He's one of the greatest Suns of all time, as we all know. He's been here his whole career, and we obviously signed an extension to try to keep him here for his whole career. The best part about Devin is he wants to be here just like we want him here. And that's what a great marriage looks like, is everyone wants to be in it together. We're on the same team. We're completely aligned with what we believe and how we want to build this. And he's the guy. He's a franchise player. To compete for championships, you have to have a top 10, top 15 player in the NBA, and Devin Booker is that. And hopefully Devin Booker can even step up even more because he's that kind of guy. It's his team. It's very clear. There's no question about it I don't know if ever, but anymore for sure. And I'm really excited about Devin. Devin's an ultimate winner, and he's going to show everyone that this year. But he's leading, he's working his butt off. He's one of the best players in the NBA, and I'm super excited to see him succeed this year and for years to come. Like, if I said this a couple years ago. I'm a lucky guy to own a team and be the leader of a team that has Devin Booker, like, as a franchise. Like, everyone's trying to find, I got a 28-year-old, I know he turns 29 in October, but a 28-year-old that franchise player, all-time leading scorer for the Phoenix Suns, that is our cornerstone. He wants to be here. We want him here. The fans love him. He's everything to the community out there. Like, how can we not have Devin Booker here? And so I'm very excited to have him, and excited for the season to see him really play in an amazing way with new coaching staff and new team.
This is our last question. Dwayne?
Yes, Matt. Just looking at, you talked about what you've done and the things you've put together, but I want to address moving forward, okay? The things you've done now, because you talked like 2.5 years back about the Mercury and where they are now. What you've done with the Suns now, where do you see 2 to 3 years from now?
Yeah, well, I hope that you see a lot of things that you're seeing with the Mercury. Like, I hope and by the way, the Mercury aren't perfect either. Like, who knows what they could lose the next 2 games. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they win the next 2. But it's not about only wins and losses. What I want to do is build the identity and culture and organization that, one, fans are proud of. 2, the organization gets behind, the media gets behind, everyone's behind this organization and the team. I want to make this the best franchise in the NBA and the best franchise in the WNBA. And that's what we want to do. And this comes from culture, community, fans, and winning. You can't do the first 3 and not win. So we got to get to the winning part, right? And so I think over the next 2-3 years, you're going to start to see a team that looks really connected, with a vision, with an identity that really stands out to you and to everyone else that watches it. It's like, that's Phoenix Suns basketball. That's the Suns way. I get what they're about now. I know what Matt was talking about a couple of years, and then I'll know we're on our way to success. Does that mean we're hanging a banner next year and the year after back to it's all coming? And like I told you guys before, I'm going to own the team for 50 years. We have to get this right. We're starting now. I made a mistake the first 2.5 years by not setting it, but we have set it now. And now I'll take 100% accountability of, is it being done the right way? And it's not going to be a straight shot like this. Like, we're going to be, how do we get there? We're going to go through some downs and some ups, and there's going to be some stuff I mess up with, and our front office mess up, and our coach and our players. But over the next 2-3 years, I think you're going to be really proud to watch this team. And let's be clear, like, winning is not winning games. Over time, we talk about championships, right? That's what we want to do. The Phoenix Suns have never won one, and that's extremely clear that that's the goal. But it doesn't mean it's the goal every day. Like, it's like, how do we build to that? And it started, in April or May, whenever we lost the last game, and now we're going forward.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day. Appreciate you being here.
We'll have
Thanks.
Brian Gregory up in just one moment.